3, 2, 1.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another LCTV broadcast of Littleton High School football. My name is Ben Storman, and I'm here along with a great friend of mine, Lincoln Palmer, and we welcome you into Harold G. Norton Athletic Complex in Ayer, Massachusetts, to give you this great matchup between your Littleton Tigers and the home team, the Ayer Shirley Panthers. Lincoln, as we know, these two teams played each other week 1 in Littleton. Littleton just about mollywopped them 21-0 kid. And, with all that being said, what are going to be the keys for the game for the Tigers to win this one?
Ben, keys are simple. You can't turn the ball over, you can't get behind the chains, and you can't have penalties. Oh, what a beautiful kick.
This is just kind of dribbles in for a touchback.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
He almost touched it.
Anyways, Ben, keys of the game are simple. You got to protect the ball. Can't have dumb penalties. Littleton and Ayer have been known for that. Stupid penalties and giving away the ball. So, there are a couple of teams. They haven't had the year they wanted to. Littleton has been in it and a couple of good teams. Ayer's had some pretty tough losses. It's a matchup on paper that the Tigers should handle with ease. But, when you get into these rivalry games, Ben, anything can happen, kid. Got to watch out for it.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gents. Yes, Lincoln, I think this should be a great game on our hands tonight. It's a little nippy out here, Lincoln. I got about 37 degrees, Lincoln, and it feels like all 37 of those degrees, kid. I was just about shivering on the way up here, and, I know you were breathing extra heavy into your hands. So it's definitely, these players are definitely going to be fighting some chills out there, and that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I know me and you got the jacket and the sweatshirt on in the booth. You can only imagine how they're feeling. Alternatively, they should be ready to play, Ben. I mean, this is a big-time game for them.
Yeah, it's the last game of the season. You got to finish off strong here. You got to get the team going for next year. And if you're a senior, you want to leave feeling like you went out on a good note.
Attaboy, Millie. Sorry to cut you off there, Ben, but that was Big Mill in on the tackle. Quarterback keeper again. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. You see those plays, Ben, and, as a player, it just gets you riled up,
It does, man. It does. Milner, he's always that type of kid to step up and fill a gap, and that's just what he does there.
All right, here, 3rd and 6. It's a big down here for the Panthers. Little 2-by-1 action. Sorry, 2-by-2. Drop back, quick little out route. Nice settle in the middle. Oh, but a pop! Ball's out! Wow, what a stick.
Puts his helmet right on the ball, and it comes out loose, Lincoln.
I believe that was Evan Mano, the Ayer kid himself. Ben, not many people know the Manos did live in Ayer for a couple of years back in the day. And he just puts a staple on that. What looked like a nice little conversion for the Panthers is going to go the other way for the Tigers.
Yeah, Link, that was a bang play, but I think he definitely had possession of that, made the football move, and coming up, putting his head right on the ball and making a big play for the Tigers. And look at this wonderful field position they have now at about the 34-yard line.
I think offensively for the Tigers here, you're probably just going to hand the ball off right and, let's just test the waters.
Yeah, absolutely, Link. I think that's exactly what you do here.
And quarterback keeper to the right, roll out right. A little behind him and incomplete for Mano.
Yeah, Link. Just a little bit more than a little behind. Causes the receiver to fall down on his feet. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. And Link, Link, that's just something that, we talked about. We wanted to run that ball, and now look, you didn't run it. You're coming up with 2nd and 10. But I mean, hey, nonetheless here, Tigers with a great opportunity.
Behind the chains. We said it before, Ben. You want to stay ahead of the sticks.
2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10.
The 33.
All right. Now do you rerun it here, Ben? Run it to the short side.
I think you have to at this point.
Whoa, nice man. Makes a man miss. Millie makes a third miss.
Yeah,
but
really
then
good run to
swallowed
get
down.
something.
Maybe a gain of what? Probably a wash there. So now it's 3rd and 10. You know, Ben, it's for a lot of these guys, it's going to be their last game. But you also want to leave it all out there, but you also want to get out of here healthy. No need to get an injury last game and.
Yeah, Link, I mean, no one wants to be in a walking boot, sitting at their Thanksgiving table, getting ready to eat, Link. So, you're right. It's important, to stay healthy, of course.
That being said, you got to leave it all out there and just lay some kids,
Yeah.
You got to eat some kids' lunch. Oh, they're going to get him here. Maybe a false start.
Maybe a timeout.
Timeout for the Tigers. They didn't like the front, I guess, Ben.
Yeah.
It's a pretty early timeout to burn.
They take it on 3rd and 10, Lincoln. One thing I want to talk about now is, I'm not sure exactly when the news was broke. I think it was around Sunday or something like that, but this game was originally scheduled for Thanksgiving Day, Lincoln. These players, they get geared up. They get geared up for that Thursday. All of a sudden, you're playing on Wednesday night. You're just, your brain is just a little off. You're just, maybe you're thinking about an extra homework assignment. Maybe you're thinking about if there's going to be enough mac and cheese for you left at the table. And, all of a sudden, the game just gets too fast for you, kid. So,
Ben, with a Thanksgiving game, you got a couple days off. All these basketball kids, you got basketball coming up on Monday. So what I'm thinking about after this game is where's the party at? Where's the party at?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to put yourself above the team, So maybe just a little cranberry sauce, a little stuffing.
Maybe hit the rotary.
Yeah, maybe some Welch's sparkling cider, but other than that, nothing too heavy. Big 3rd down coming up, ladies and gents.
2x2 for the Tigers, one back, tight end to the left. Drop back, they're going to take a shot play here. Branco can't go up and get it.
Link, they take a shot like you were saying, kid, and I'm not saying, to not take a shot there, but that was just covered up all the way by Ayer. Shirley, you got to give him props there. And that ball, it was just a little bit of a folly floater. Allowed that defender to come in and smash it away. So I assume, this could be 4th down territory, but it is 4th and 10, which is
Ben,
a very low percentage thing.
Obviously, I think you have to go for it here, 4th and 10, because you're not going to punt it. But because you're going for it, why not run the ball there on 3rd,
Right.
It's just, rather than take a moonball shot off to the, that comes down to the coaching staff.
Yeah, Link. I would agree with you, kid.
Drop back pass from Mano. Evades, throws a strike, and just absolute airmail from Mano.
Yeah, and that gets the Ayer Shirley fans a little riled up. I hear the cowbells, Lincoln,
Yeah.
I never was too fond of the cowbell.
If you hear a cowbell, you're either at Ayer Shirley or Lunenburg. One of the two. Kind of a staple in this old school.
Yeah.
That type of stuff would never fly over on Russell Street.
Yeah, Link. As Will Ferrell says in that one SNL skit, there can always be more cowbell, but in this case, I really don't think so. It's kind of gleaning in the ears, It's just, I don't like it. What can I say?
All right, so the Panthers come out in a 2x2, 3x1 with a man back. Quarterback keeper, yep. Right
That's going to be Manchester, right side. Link, he looks pretty quick, kid.
Yeah, Manchester, number 1. He can move.
Look, we saw him on the roster. 6'2", 165. And,
he's all a 165.
I'll tell you that much. He definitely uses his stride to his advantage. A little green bean stride, if you will.
And timeout, Panthers. So 2nd and 3. And the Panthers want to take a moment to think this one through.
Interesting timeout here, Lincoln.
You know, Ben, I always say there's no time to take a timeout like a 2nd and 3 at about the 50-yard line in the first quarter.
With 8 minutes to go. Yeah. Well, hey, you know, it's better than make a mistake.
As you guys might be able to hear little glimpses?
Yeah, something like that.
Glimmings? Somewhere along those lines. You can hear a little bit of the Ayer Shirley band.
Yeah, they got a nice little bass drum
I
going.
hear somebody, a little trombone
Can
action.
feel it in your feet a little bit.
Big shout out to Zach Hurdle and his kid.
Yeah. I believe it's Gretchen.
Yeah,
she plays in the band. I'm not sure if she's on the brass or more of a percussion herself, but I'm sure she does a great job.
I'll tell you one thing, she ain't running the triangle.
Or the cowbell.
All right, another quarterback keeper and swallowed up.
Great play in the backfield.
That's a big old tackle by big old 5'3".
And, you know, Ayer Shirley being one of the first venues that me and Lincoln have come across that are not providing rosters. You got to scan a QR code to access them. I feel like
Ayer Shirley has gone
that's
paperless.
just one step's too many, Link, you know? I feel like I'm trading crypto if I'm loading up a QR
next?
code.
What's next? All electric school buses? I mean, come on.
That's a good one.
All righty. Drop back pass here. Roll out right to the short side of the field.
Fires.
Quick hitter. Oh, pop.
And dropped by number 20. And Manchester throwing some frustration as he threw that ball right on the screws. And that was a dart on the money. And number 20 just unable to bring it in. I believe, Lincoln, if I remember correctly, that it's going to be Gabino, number 20.
Gamino.
So they are going to punt here, Lincoln. Punter's looking short and a little stout. Probably got a big boot. I'd watch out here.
Yeah, that kid looks like he can boot her away. Littleton's had some blunders on punting unit.
Little spiral. It's going to get a roll. It's going to go to about the 31. No, 36. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen.
So Tigers ball coming out, Ben. All right, Ben, you're the offensive coordinator here. What's the play call here? Draw it up for me.
I say you got to run this ball. You didn't the last drive. You know, you got to stay within yourself. And as we know, this Littleton Tigers team, they're a run-first team, Lincoln. They got to stick with it here. They got to keep Ayer Shirley honest. Tigers haven't proved to being able to pass the ball too well. So I'd like to see a run here, Lincoln, and I'd like to see a bit more creativity from play calling.
Alrighty, and up the middle there, just like you said, Ben. And that's going to be good for a gain of 3.
Yeah, you know, they'll take 3 yards on first down. Listen, Lincoln, you run it once, you get 3. You run it twice, then you're at the 6, and then you're at the 9, and then you can get 12. So 3 yards, we're taking it.
God, you like to snoop, huh?
Sometimes, you know, sometimes you call that having a little taste of your own medicine, kid.
Alrighty here for the Tigers. 3-by-1 to the short side. They're going to go in a bunch formation, pitch it right.
Millie, not much room.
Couple blockers and swallowed up. So now you have 3rd and about 4, Ben. What do you do?
I mean, listen, if you wanted to be really aggressive, you could say, hey, we got 4 yards. We're going to run it twice on 3rd and 4 to try to get this one. Or maybe you run a little play action, a little bootleg. You get Mano. You get Mano's athletic body out there roaming around. He can either chuck it down to run it himself for the 4 or maybe find an open receiver. That's what I'd like to see them do, Lincoln. What about you? Maybe a screen?
Absolutely.
Knowing your
Ben.
tendencies?
Love a quick screen. You know, if I was you, I'd be running a quick tight end pass.
Yeah, a little drag.
Oh, my God, Ben. Oh, this guy, Haggerty's pointing at the other team like they jumped.
Yeah, Link.
Haggerty was about halfway to the end zone.
That's one's going to be Tyler Branco with the full start, and it's going to be proved to come on a big 3rd down, and it's going to be 3rd and very manageable to 3rd and long.
So Littleton just made a bet there, and they said, I'm betting you that the Littleton kids are smarter than the Shirley kids because we're going to see if we're more disciplined to go on too. And how did that bet work out, Ben?
You just can't. This is the last game of the season. You're supposed to be playing your most disciplined football right now, Lincoln. As the teacher would say, for the baseball season, when April comes around, you don't need to be playing your best. You need to be playing your best in July.
I think it was the other way around.
Something like that. But the Tigers, they got to be more disciplined at this point in the season. It's the last game of the season. You got to. Oh, another flag coming in.
Delay a game.
Wow.
Bonehead.
Just as we talk about discipline, Lincoln, that play called clock just runs out, man. No one's paying attention to it.
And I think now, Ben, we come back to that screen pass we just spoke about.
Yeah. I mean, you're definitely passing it now, no doubt.
That was a pretty quick delay of game, Ben.
Yeah, they started that play clock up quick after the false start.
This officiating has been buns tonight. Their first blender, but we're going to let them hear it. Mano takes a shot play. One-on-one. Coverage you like, and he's got it. Big time play by Barenko.
Yeah, really good throw there by Mano. I mean, he certainly didn't overthrow it. He actually underthrew it just a tad bit. Defense was really good, but it allowed the receiver to go up and make a play on that ball.
Actually, that might have been Big Dog Brookie.
Yeah, Big Dog Brookie turns around. The ball's already in the front seat. Great play there from the Tigers. I like the way Mano stepped into that throw, delivered it. You'd like to see more of that.
You know, the good thing about getting Brooks going is you get him some momentum. The bad thing about getting Brooks going is he's going to expect that ball every play now. And quarterback keeper Mano cuts back up the middle. Ball's out! Ball.
Looks like he got back on it, though, Link, from first glance. Yeah, Link, you were talking about Brookie, you know. Another thing you have to watch out, you don't know when he's going to get called for that 15 yards on sportsmanlike for a celebration or something like that.
He will get a 15-yard penalty each game. It's just a matter of when. It's just a question of how crucial of the point in the game will he get it.
Second down 11 from the 39.
All right, so a loss of 1 there. It's going to bring up second down and 11 from the Tigers' own 39.
Up the middle. Looks good.
Good little run.
So, Ben, you looking forward to any special pies tomorrow? What's the deal on that?
Maybe a little pecan. Maybe a little I like a pumpkin pie, Link.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with apple. A little scoop of vanilla bean ice cream on the side. It warms it up. Don't leave it in a bowl. Don't put it on a plate or else it'll get everywhere. We've all seen that story.
All right, well, don't come have apple pie at my grandma's house. Because you ain't going to like the plate.
So, Link, what are you about that cherry? I feel like you're a cherry pie kind of a guy.
Yo, it's funny because me and my brother and my grandfather were just talking about cherry pie. But no, I think we'd be looking at some apple, some blueberry.
You can't go wrong.
Barrett's always good for some type of chocolate cheesecake, something.
Yeah. Mano, roaming.
Evades, rolls out right. Nice completion.
Finds
Gets a block.
Fitzy.
And swallowed down at about the 18-yard line.
Fitzgerald with the catch and run. The Tigers, they have a little rhythm now.
I believe number 5, Ben, is Fitzgerald. He's really stepped into his own this year. One of those guys you weren't sure was kind of on the cusp. He showed up and he's played some ball this year for the Tigers.
Yeah, Link, he's really come to his own, man.
I think he'll be the most improved player of the year awards night coming up. Actually, I think it's already passed, so I don't know if he got it or not. But
he's definitely a candidate. Mano going to take this one himself. He's going to walk right in there.
House call. Evan Mano. Fitting for the Tigers that their star athlete Evan Mano gets in for 6.
Yeah, good job by him to just tug that ball down. He was trying to run right, and then he cut it back left, and then he took it out right again. Link, you have no complaints after that, and you know you love to see. I know the Manos love to see him score, and I kind of feel bad for Justin Mano because I kind of took a spot tonight. slightly.
Yeah, let's give a big shout out to Justin Manow. He was ready to go tonight. He came prepared, but
He was ready to go for Thursday, and then the game got rescheduled back, and
and then
since I'm on contract, I can't skip out on it. Pitch this one, Milner, and he's got no
down.
breathing room.
So Milner's had some ankle trouble, but it looks like he's kind of firing not on all cylinders, but he's getting better,
Yeah, like if he's a V6, I mean maybe he's powering at an inline 4 right now, kid.
Yeah, like on eco boost, like eco
Yeah.
mode. Nice job here by the Panthers band.
Well, Link, I'll tell you what, these Littleton Tiger cheerleaders, they definitely outduel the Ayer Shirley Panther cheerleaders. It's about a 2-to-1 ratio. And I'm seeing more pep out of the ladies in navy and yellow, Link. What do you think?
Absolutely. Some of these Panthers cheerleaders just kind of hands behind their back.
Yeah, just waiting, to have a cup of tea or something. Get out of the cold. I can't say I blame them.
The Tigers, they're always known for having a good little cheer squad, whether it was under Sundquist's era.
Yeah.
It's always a staple with Littleton's. Unfortunately, Littleton's football program has not been where it should be.
Alrighty. So, Branko here to step into this one. And there Shirley's going to get the ball back here with 3:22 to play.
One thing worth noting,
Oh, that's the big man, Link. That's
the Panthers are without one of their key guys, number 8.
First and 10 Panthers for field position.
Number 8, who is
Isn't it Bressanan or something?
J.T. Bray Shannon, fullback, defensive end, 6'1", 210.
And I think that I see right in front of us here, the track name is Janice Bressanan Memorial Track, Link. I think maybe there might be some relating
cousins.
there.
At least cousins.
At least. There Shirley's a small enough school.
Quarterback option.
Gabino, the ball carrier.
Kicks it out.
Taken down.
Yeah, that's going to be Gabino on the carry, and he gets maybe 1.5 yards.
So 3 minutes to go in the half here, Ben.
In the quarter, yes.
The quarter?
In the quarter.
The quarter? Are you kidding me?
Someone's cold.
Oh my God. I thought it was too quick to be the half. Wow, so
Someone's got places to be at.
pull up a seat, Ben.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just about talked the official in the booth with us to knock off a quarter off this game. He was ready to go home, too. But you know what? We're going to stick it out for you guys so you can stay home in the warmth of your homes, hopefully putting down some food.
Gabino surging up to the 45-yard line of the Tigers.
On the tackle.
Swallowed up. Yeah, Ben, big shout out to my mom. You just have to do it. She really, she had the stove fired up today. She was making everything. My whole mom's side of the family was coming over. Good time.
Nice.
Hung out for a few minutes before we had to get going, but
That's got to be good, It's a good shout, Link. It's very,
short and sweet,
Yeah.
You didn't make it anything.
that's all it needed to be. It was what it was, and that's all it needed to be.
6-0 Littleton.
Oh.
Whoa!
Bressanan.
Start.
So we're not turfed if JT is in or out.
JT's in, and he just cost his team 5 on that one, Link.
It'll be 3rd down and 7.
He wasn't in moments ago, I'll tell you that much, though.
Hey, let's give a big shout out, Ben. I think you know where I'm going with this.
Do I?
Branko's grandparents at home watching.
I have no
Branko,
idea where you're going.
Branko's a
with
great guy, great kid. Old man Branko, his father, really nice guy, good softball player.
that. Yeah.
Great family. Good pressure here by the Tigers.
Manchester, this is when it gets dangerous, and he has enough for the first and then some.
And that's going to be good for the first down.
6'2", 165, and he flies. He's got them ostrich legs.
First and 10 Panthers.
Ben, he's also a pretty crafty basketball player, if I remember right.
Yeah, you know, you could really see the footwork there on that run. Normally we see these basketball players as guys who can catch the ball really well, can go up there and high point it. It's going to bring up 1st and 10. The Panthers up here on the Tigers' side of things. And another false start.
Talk about a sloppy game, Ben.
Yeah. I think that's going to be Bresnahan again on the false start. He's just a little antsy.
Ben, he's just a little jittery.
He's just a little antsy. As Sammy struts across the concrete and up the stairs he comes.
Doesn't even crack us a little piccolo.
Finds his seat. And that's all she wrote. Minute to play here, Lincoln, in the first quarter. A very slow one, if I must say myself.
Drop back pass here. Throw a
Fires.
strike.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
That's
Lang.
terrible, Ben.
You know, what can you say? Haggerty just a little early to the receiver, grabs him before the ball gets there, and that's going to, I don't believe that's a spot foul, but that's going to be 15 from the LOS.
It was close, Ben. There was definitely some hand fighting, no doubt about it, but whether or not it was going both ways or not is, you know, it's tough to say.
Yeah, Link, just ticky-tack stuff, man. You got to keep the laundry in your pocket if you're the refs today. I mean, it's cold. We got to keep this game moving.
Yeah, you know, it's Thanksgiving, Ben. It's Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving. We got places to be.
Tavern to see.
Could be another ball carrier.
It might be Gallant, Lincoln, if I remember correctly. I know that was a pretty prominent ball carrier of theirs. I'm going to go with Gallant on the carry there.
4-yard pickup on 1st down, 2nd down, and 6. Second down and 6 from the 24.
2nd and 6 from the 20, Ben.
2 tailback set for the Panthers.
Quarterback keeper.
Let's run this one up there with Manchester. Get about 2 on it. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 4. And that's also going to take us to the end of the first quarter, Lincoln. And here's a very important question that I want to ask you, kid. What are you most looking forward to tomorrow afternoon, evening, when all of this stuff gets put on the table and is ready to rumble?
I would say, you know, Ben, the food's good. The food's always going to be good. That you know going into it, right? It's all about punching that turkey in the mouth. You just got to show them who's boss. I'm looking forward to it all. You know, I'm a big stuffing guy, plain and simple. I like turkey.
Is that a stovetop or is that homemade?
That stuffing, Ben, is freshly plucked out of the turkey's belly.
Yeah, okay.
You know, it's not a stove topper.
Little butterball turkey, Lincoln. I've been hearing some things about butterball, some allegations I didn't want to hear.
A lot of salmonella talk going into it. This turkey's homegrown.
Really?
Homegrown. Grandfather took care of that, got her in the summer.
Out there in the turkey farm, nurtured her right up.
And we dressed it up today. We plucked it out.
Wow.
Made a quick day of it.
Yeah.
And
nice, man.
so she's ready to roll, man.
How big is that sucker?
She's ready to roll.
How big's that turkey, Lincoln? Is it big?
We weighed him. It was 25 pounds.
Holy smokies.
There's plenty of turkey to go around.
Yeah, I might be going over there for leftovers. I'll just bring some bread. We can make some sandwiches.
Couple subs, man. We'll have lunch all week.
Hey, I fly. You buy, man.
Half life. I know it, man. I know it. Yeah, it's going to be some good food. Quick hitter incomplete for the Panthers.
Low pass. Looked like it had a little room there on the bubble screen, but
Almost was better that it was incomplete because it looked like there was 3 Littleton Tigers about to pop them.
they were closing quickly. Maybe could have got 1 or 2 out of it, but
Maybe
yeah.
a big shout out, Ben, to Littleton alumni Molly Magnette. She's the assistant athletic director over here for Ayer Shirley now.
Yeah.
Pretty cool feat from somebody we went to school with, and now she's over here running the show.
Yeah, absolutely, Link. Almost didn't recognize her on the way in. It's been that long since I've seen her. But yeah, good for her out here on a cold night supporting her athletic teams, the cheerleading and the football. That's what it's all about.
Drop back here. Little slant route.
Beautiful throw by Manchester over the middle. That's right in the belly of his receiver.
Nice little pitch and catch.
You know, Link, even if we did have the rosters here, kid, I'm having a very hard time seeing those numbers as it is.
Yeah, Mike Lynn has put a lot of thought into the numbers, Ben. A lot. He wants them to be visible. He wants the uniforms to look good, play good, feel good.
I mean, it's dark over light. That's all you have to do. You just have to mix match them, all right? Now, when you put dark on dark, and you add a little outline and you think it's all good, well, I got other things for you.
Next thing you know, you're just saying the Ayer Shirley kid.
So they're going to have this one about the 7. Manchester's going to take this one. Searching, roaming. Cuts it in. Oh, sticks his head down and gets a good gain out of it. Maybe
I
about
believe
4.
that was Alejandro with the missed tackle.
Second and goal.
Yeah, Link, we had the pleasure of playing 1 year of baseball with him. Good kid. You know, never bothered me. I don't think I ever bothered him, but I could be wrong about that. But yeah, good. Soft-smoking kid is what I remember. Kind of
Absolutely.
quiet. Just kind of wanted to do his job, and that's it, which is a good thing.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a gun on him, from what I remember.
He did. He could hum that thing down to second base. And
Kind of Andy Sager-esque, if you will. It was going faster than everyone else's ball, but where it was going, your guess was as good as his. All right, so they're going to hand up the middle, and the Tigers are going to punch this in and tie this ball game. Ben, we said it. It might have been 21-0 the first game, but it was a lot closer than the score showed.
Yeah, Lincoln, this is really shaping up to be a good one here. And they, Ayer Shirley Panthers, they got a chance to take the lead here. Tigers weren't able to convert the extra point. And we'll see if the Panthers elect to go for 2 here or just kick the field goal if they have a kicker. I'm not really sure. They are going to go for 2, it appears.
Yeah, Ben, this is kind of what they've been doing all season. Stick to the basics. I mean, the quarterback, read option is their bread and butter, and, jump pass incomplete.
Just trying to get too cute there, Lincoln.
Absolutely. It's all it was. To take the lead, I don't know if you need the jump pass.
No.
I do what I got, what got me here. I go quarterback read, either pull it or give it, Ben. It's that simple.
You run it with Gabino or you run it over there with Manchester, but I don't know what that play call. I mean, just a little too cute, as I said. I mean, you'd like to see him just hand the ball off there. It's better than that.
The Tigers breaking out the classic TTII. That's a staple in Littleton's cheers chants.
Yeah, it's a staple, and you can ask Mark Corey right over to our right here. I mean, this has been around since the 70s, and as Lincoln likes to say, I'm pretty sure they use the same props.
I believe, Ben, it was actually Mark Corey who came up with the chant.
Yeah, I could see it.
I don't know about you, Ben, but the knees are starting to bark a little. Might have to do a halftime hunt for some
Little
chairs.
squibber. And it's advanced to about since he was on his knees when he fielded it, they were about 7 yards on his return doesn't count. And this ball's going to be placed right at the 35-yard line.
Littleton, 1st and 10.
So, Link, we're going to see what the Tigers have here. We're going to see what they have for an answer. See if they curl up into a little ball or do they come out to play here.
Absolutely. And I have a feeling Evan Mano up the middle and swallowed up almost ball-like.
Lincoln, he's swallowed like the turkey, the taters, the stuffing's going to be tomorrow, Link. And that's just not what you like to see.
Absolutely, Ben.
You know, Link, you talk about them knees barking, kid. And but you know, you got to rest up. You got to make sure you're ready to go for your game tomorrow in the backyard if the weather holds up.
You know, Ben, we play rain or shine, so it's not a matter of weather. It's a matter about coming ready to play.
I'm sure that goes by an age basis. I mean, I'm sure the older folk maybe they won't attend if it's raining, but the younger folk will be out there no matter what.
It's Sammy's one of those guys, Ben. You know, he's just rain or shine out there. He's going to come in and he's going to get 10 tackles a game and get, 10 receptions a game. That's just what Sammy's going to do on Thanksgiving. So it's just all about taking him out of the game as early as often.
Yeah.
6-6 score.
I don't know if I can get that one out, Mark.
3rd down.
Gonna bring up 3rd down for the Tigers here. 3rd and 10. This I would assume this would be a pass here, Link.
9 from the 36.
Drop back, screen
They
pass.
give it a screen.
Popped. I go incomplete
I go
there.
incomplete on that. Absolutely, that's what they're gonna do. That's a good call. Good call and a bad play. Panthers had that sniffed out from the start. Milner had no room.
Looks like the Tigers are going to go punt.
He had a helmet in his back before he could even turn around.
Milner's just not the same player he was at the beginning of the season. You can tell that ankle injury is really bugging him.
Coming out with this rugby-style kick here, Lincoln. You know how I feel about this rugby-style kick. We'll see if it works. Oh, high
kick. He's got protection.
And not Broncos' best, and he'll tell you that firsthand.
He kind of just mailed it in.
They mark it at the 43, and that's what, a net 20 maybe, Link?
And to be honest with you, Ben, it might be generous.
Yeah.
All right, Ben. The Ayer Shirley cheerleaders are getting fired up now.
Yeah, they got some nice choreography.
Although, Ben, they're playing Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, Link, there's some good rhythm. I will say they're out pom-pomming the Littleton Tigers. They don't have the sparkles that the Panthers do. That's for sure.
1st and 10 is Manchester.
Manchester, good for a gain of 5 or 6.
50, Owen Reed.
Ben, let me take you a trip down memory lane. Out of the last 22 years, 22 matchups, Littleton has lost one of these games.
Wow.
And that can be credited to Brian Holmes, Cam Marshall. Big power backs out of Ayer Shirley a couple of years ago. They came in Little. Actually, no, that was here. That was at Ayer Shirley. And they won, breaking the streak of about 15 years. But now these Panthers,
hitting the hole there.
but put down. Big old 5'8".
Big old 5'8".
He's been flying around tonight.
Yeah, as they're going to bring in, looks like Alejandro for Keenan. Subbing in on the D-line. Just under 8 minutes to go here.
Third down and 2.
Temperatures have dropped Lincoln to now 36 degrees.
Yeah, Ben. Temp comes down, moisture goes up.
Yeah.
I don't need to tell you that.
We should have brought some popsicle molds and some OJ, and we could have some nice ice pops by halftime.
Came through with the bottom of the sack for the Tigers.
Set him outside up by Damon, have him watch over them.
10 Panthers from the 46 of the Tigers.
Big shout out to Damon and Betts up top, man in the camera. Mark Corey in on the computer, running the show.
Hello, Mrs. Hunt. This is Mark Corey.
You know, Link, I do have to say, kid, there's a lot of butts and seats here tonight. These bleachers are just about jam-packed full.
Nice snap, nice adjustment.
Nice little crowd they got going here on a Wednesday night. I guess everyone's off work. Oh, look at this run by Gabino, chugging up to that 31-yard line. Uh-oh, Lincoln. Momentum. Tell me something about momentum, Lincoln.
You know, Ben, momentum's a funny thing.
Yeah, Channel 8. Yep.
You can't smell it.
Welcome. Hey, you too. Bye-bye.
You can't taste it.
Quality spot at the 20.
You can't touch it.
Nope.
But Ben,
The clock continues.
Oh, Lincoln.
you can sure feel it.
You can really feel it, Link. And I'm starting to feel it, and not in a good way.
You know, this home crowd for Ayer Shirley, I mean, they're getting ready to get the fireworks out. They're chalking this up to a W.
Yeah.
And if I was playing the way the Panthers were right now, I'd be doing the same thing.
Inside.
I'd be saying, "Hey, get the drinks out, guys. Let's go. We're gonna have a party all night." But let's not forget, Ben.
Let's not forget, Lincoln.
Last game,
Minnow on the tackle.
Ayer Shirley was up big. And what happened?
Inside the 20.
Mano on the tackle there for the Tigers.
Lunenburg came back and squawked them.
Spotted right on the 20. So it'll be
Yeah, Link, that's a great point. You have such good memory bringing up those games on command like that. And that'll definitely be
I mean, Ben,
a
what can I say?
development to watch.
I'm like a one-man show. Like, I could do this all by myself.
You almost were.
Quarterback keeper.
not pulled on the
Swallowed up.
Number 8.
Third and about 5 now.
They lose one.
Loss of a couple of yards. Call it 3 yards on the loss. They mark him down actually at the 21. So the loss of-
Link, man, you got some nice boots on, man. Some nice jeans. You're looking sharp today, brother.
Oh, thanks, man. These are some nice boots. A gift from my brother.
Yeah, those are nice. I like those.
Big shout out, Thursday Boot Company.
Little leather special. That's genuine too. That's that
Says
Corinthian.
the rolls right.
Uh-oh, trouble, floater.
They'll throw out of
And
bounds.
that'll bring up 4th and 5. A seasoned move there by the Panthers. Don't force it.
Yeah, Manchester. He says, you know what? Not gonna make a mistake. We're not gonna force it, and we're just gonna
Get
loft
rid of
out
it
bounds.
and live to see 4th and 4.
You know, Lincoln, and you bring this up again for the Panthers' sake. If you're gonna go for it on 4th, why wouldn't you just run it twice?
Yeah. You've been making your money doing quarterback keeper, doing read option.
Yeah, I mean, Manchester's getting 4 a pop easy on those carries out on the outside.
1 yard line. Big 4th down from the camp.
Roll
That's
out
exactly
right.
what they're gonna do, Lincoln.
Cuts it inside.
And he's very close to the line, but he's got it.
He does have a first down.
Well, Link, you know, there's a reason me and you are up in the booth, kid.
It's because we would have made that tackle 5 yards in the backfield.
Inside the 50.
Well, I was gonna say, because you know we could just call the plays,
Here's Shirley.
but that's exactly what they do. They run it with Manchester, and let's see if they can get Manchester by the sea.
Manchester by the sea.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And, yeah, they can get the first down.
A lot of kids running around with hot chocolate.
Yeah, I could go for a cup of Old Joe right now.
We'll say it's for the booth up top.
They go with Manny, and he's got nothing.
Huge tackle in the backfield.
Swallowed up.
Owen Reed,
Pretty hard
50.
bring down. Oh, the back's all right. Looks like he gets up a little gingerly, but
The ball be spotted on the 20-yard line. That's a big spot on the 15. Excuse me.
Lincoln here, really curious to see what the Panthers draw up here on 2nd and 10. I mean, they can't run Manchester every play.
For the Panthers, after that great tackle by Reed.
You like to see him show off his arm again. He's had some great throws over the middle of the field. Maybe they'll go back there.
looks like they're going to take their time giving the play in.
They've
They're
been
gonna
picking
take a
on
timeout.
Haggerty just a little bit here to the close side of the screen.
Timeout taken by Coach Billy Wright and the Panthers with 3:20
So
left.
3:20 to go.
First half.
And this nail biter, Ben, 6-6.
Yeah. 6-6. We got a low scorer. It's certainly not the 21-0 victory that the Tigers had many weeks ago at Alumni.
Guys, remind not to go anywhere at halftime. Got a great halftime show coming up for you from the Ayer Shirley Marching Band. The
All right, Link.
Based on the story of
So you get to the Thanksgiving table.
Michael Powderly.
Everybody's got their seat, man.
Yeah.
Where do you sit?
I'm probably going to sit.
Other seniors in there. Hayden Fallon, Caitlin Treadway, Grace Hines.
I'm probably gonna be
Carly,
sitting.
Emily Erickson, as well as the band
So,
and the
we-
color guard.
Due to how many children there are now,
Also have the cheerleaders.
we've had to adopt the two-table system.
Oh, there's a kids' table.
And I'm either going to be hanging out with, Jillian and Landon over on the kids' table,
Yeah.
or I'll be laying low next to my mom.
Yeah. Can't really go wrong.
Probably going to wait to see how the shooting goes down, and when the dust settles, I'll nestle in somewhere.
Yeah.
Some people really get into the seat politics.
And we're not talking literal politics, but that is a thing too. People get into that during Thanksgiving.
All right, motion here, 3-by-1.
Gonna be a plan.
No flag, quarterback keeper.
Race
Cut
to the
back.
pylon.
Takes it down.
He's going to be short.
Maybe 2 or 3 short. As another young man with a couple of dollar bills and a nice fresh cup of Joe walks up. You can see the steam rolling off that cup, and I'd like to have
A cup of that, Joe.
yeah.
I'd probably have 2 cups.
They get to the floor for the first.
It does look like some nice Swiss Miss, Lincoln. Some Swiss Miss.
It's not watered down. It's nice and thick.
Yeah. Maybe some little mellows in there.
Yeah, a little bit of sweetness.
Yeah. Little cinnamon on top. Maybe some whipped cream if you're really feeling it. Sound like a broken record, but it's Manchester with the carry.
He's going to be short, Ben, and that will bring up the biggest play of the game.
It did. It was good enough to move the chains, though, Link. So it's going to be 1st and goal from about the 1-yard line. And we'll see if the Tigers can make the steel curtain stop of the year. If I'm Ferrante, I'm deuce buck pinch, and it's engage 8. We're sending everybody in there.
The house is going.
And we're keyed in on Manchester because they're trying to run it up the gut with it.
Yeah, I'll be sending my 2 outside linebackers out the side, and then my middle linebacker, my Mike, just hanging out middle, reading them.
Yeah, I mean they
Keep
could.
contained, make them flush.
Yeah, could give it to Gabino with his low center of gravity. No, this is what they do. It's what they stick with, and the Tigers are all over it. Watch out if you're Manchester.
Manchester still does a good job. He does some dancing around, figures out it's not going to work, and drops down to the ground.
Yeah, Manchester's having a good game so far. Got to hand it to him.
Down and goal now. From the 1, it'll be from the 6-yard line, 5-yard line, 4-yard line.
Clock's ticking down here, Lincoln. Second quarter has definitely moved a lot faster than the first. I think me and you could both agree on that.
Second goal from the 6 after the 5-yard loss.
And
Timeout.
Out taken by
Tigers. Link, I know me and you normally do a little halftime ritual, maybe hit the can, stretch out the legs a little bit, but I'll tell you what, you're going to have to convince me really good to leave this booth right now.
I know, it's pretty nice, pretty cozy in here. I'm sorry you can hear me yawning. I'm getting ready for bed,
Yeah.
Nothing good happens after 11, Ben. So you're better off getting in the sheets.
Yeah.
For those of you who missed it, the Littleton ladies had a nice powder puff game last night down at Alumni Field. The seniors with a dominating performance, 44-7. That's a pretty big time game. Pretty fun game to watch.
Yeah, Link, one thing that I just don't get is, all the players, they're either number 24 or 25. Can you explain that to me? I don't...
Ben, it's all about how cheap can you get those shirts there.
Yeah, I guess if you were changing the numbers, that might rack up the bill just a little bit. Like, we know how custom ink gets, and that's why you got to hit all around for the best prices in the region.
You have to look at all around.
It's a good little play on words. Going to be incomplete.
Sometimes I even just go to all around the US, .com or whatever, just look at, and it'll show you all the t-shirts around.
Quick shout out link to our would-be pizza sponsor of the game, Gabby's Pizza over there in Winchington. They had some good pie, Link, a little cheesy, but we know about the cheese. We also know about the sauce.
Oh, for sure, for sure. It's not too cheesy, Ben, but it ain't too saucy.
Nah, it's there's a funny way. It's funny because that pizza just kind of fits whatever preference you're looking for. Manchester, going left, no room. First met by half.
Oh! I'm going with the tackle.
It's actually going to be Reedy on the stop there. But Haggerty did come up to make the first contact. And I'm sure.
And last in was Zevin Mano.
I'm sure Alejandro was hustling on that one.
All right, Ben, we talked about the biggest play of the game. 4 plays ago. And now, 4th and about 9. The biggest play of the ball game so far here. The Tigers have to hold them out, but this defense is tired. They've been on the field now 8.5 minutes. And timeout, Panthers.
Yeah, Link, this would just be, you alluded to it there. This would just be a massive stop for the Tigers. The Panthers, they have 1st and goal from the 1-yard line, and here we are. Now it's 4th and 10. Lincoln, so if the Tigers can come up and make this stop, that is a huge momentum changer. Only problem is there's 30 seconds to go, but still. And you got to hand it to Ayer Shirley. This has been a very time-consuming drive. They have left the Tigers no time on the clock to do anything with the ball if they do end up getting it back here.
But in their last 3 plays, they've gone backwards about 8 yards.
Yeah. Well, there's only so many times you can run it with Manchester,
Well, we'll see about that after this play, Ben, won't we?
Yes, we will, Lincoln.
Teddy Hunt came into the huddle to give them a little bit of extra motivation to make a play here. Biggest play of the game here, folks. 6-6, 34 seconds to go in the second half. A 3-by-1 for Manchester. I imagine he's going to catch it and roll out right.
Cowbell's ringing.
Oh, and broken up. And that was TJ Haggerty.
Haggerty able to swipe that one down. Ball was a little behind the receiver, but Haggerty's there all the way. And the Tigers come up with a huge stop here.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a great stand by the defense, Ben. You know, it's first and goal on about the 1 yard line. You push them back. You get them behind the sticks. And just a great job by Haggerty. He was one-on-one to the bottom of the screen, and he just came up and made a big-time swat. Ben, that's going to be one of those plays.
That's a no-fly zone, Lincoln.
That's going to be one of those plays you're going to look back on and say, that play right there won the Tigers the game, if they're able to finish this one off.
Absolutely.
I imagine they'll just take a knee here, take it to halftime.
And if you're Ayer Shirley, Lincoln, does that end up being what you think about when you're trying to go to bed tonight and you're trying to get onto your Thanksgiving dinner?
And for these seniors, that's going to be what they're going to think about every night before bed. All right, 6-6 going after the first half. We're going to take a quick break. Stick around. There's going to be some cheerleading show. There's going to be some band show. The little batoners are going to be throwing things around. Check it out. It'll be a good time, and we'll be back with you guys shortly.
Absolutely.
As the crowd.
And welcome back here to the Tigers versus Panthers game. Ayer's going to be kicking off the ball to the Tigers to start this one, Link. We saw a great first half. It's a low score. It's 6-6, man. And we got a great game on our hands here as this ball's kicked up to about the 39-yard line, and the Tigers get ready to unleash the fury.
First and 10, Tigers.
Who will be eating turkey, Ben? And who will be eating crow?
And who's going to be the scarecrow? Who? And somebody on the Tigers, Lincoln, someone's going to have to be that scarecrow to scare the crows away because I want some of that turkey dinner. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, big dog. You know, Ben, we went outside for a few and I was freezing, and now we're back in here. I'm sweating.
I can't say the same. I'm still feeling a little shivery as the laundry comes out here with 11:59 to go. It's 1 second into this one. We already got one flag.
That's been the telltale story, Ben. We said they have to be clean, and Littleton hasn't been clean, and the Panthers haven't been clean, so.
Yeah, they've been quite dirty.
The winner of tonight's 50-50 raffle, supporting the band, white ticket number 833-407, 833-407.
Ladies and gentlemen.
For those of you who played the 50-50 raffle at home, it's 833-457. If you have that ticket, come on and bring it in.
Holy smokies. Got to use your hands, Lincoln. First off, man.
Yeah, sometimes in the cold you want to get away with catching the ball off your pads, but you're just being soft if you're doing that.
Yeah, you got to stick those mitts out. You got gloves on for a reason.
Ball spotted on the 33-yard line.
So off to a snail's pace start here for the second half for the Tigers.
Drop back pass.
Got nothing. Trying to work his way. Got nothing. Loss of about one, ladies and gents, and that's going to be about bring up 3rd and 16.
1 yard loss in the play, be 3rd down and 16. As the ball is now spotted at the 32-yard line.
Mano strolls up with the play.
Third and 16.
Still looking for the lucky winner of that ticket.
Pass.
Oh, wow. Watch out. Watch out.
Getting in the backfield.
Oh,
Number 22.
little celebration there.
Nate, the quarterback.
You would have liked to see the refs draw the flag out for that one.
From Littleton for a huge loss. Ball be spotted on the 21-yard
And
line.
Lincoln, that's going to bring up about 4th and a country mile, and it's going to force the Tigers. I mean, they got to punt this one away.
Yeah, a little
Kinda goes
rugby
without
style
saying.
action. Your favorite, Ben.
Yeah.
4th down and 23.
You know, it's just Branco's going to roll out. He's going to roll out right with this ball, and he's going to kick it away. And I just don't like it. I think he's got all of his momentum.
Bad. Kick it.
Gotta kick that. He just kind of takes it out of the end zone.
Ben, he had a chance. He could have got it off.
He could have.
He didn't take the opportunity. He could have at least got it back to the LOS. For those of you who don't know at home, line of scrimmage.
Yeah, but don't let that take away from the fact that was a terrible long snap. Right over the head, just a little folly floater. Looked like a knuckleball from Tim Wakefield, just sailed a little high. And here we are. Panthers got the ball at maybe the 2 link, something like that, the 1.
Yeah, I mean, Ben Stormwind could get it in from here, Ben. Although we joke, let's not forget, senior night, Ben Stormwind had the safety of a lifetime. Blocked punt, came off that edge at about 100 miles an hour, laid out and had a big-time block for the Tigers, and an impressive win.
It's better be lucky than good, Link. You know what I said.
Yep. Now Ben's just a Fiji Kappa Yappa.
That's ridiculous, man. That is absolutely ridiculous.
But a founder of that. Looks like Declan Reedy treated himself and his +1 to some hot chocolate.
Yeah, just a stand-up guy, just a gentleman, you know?
Race right.
Absolutely. No doubt about it. If you're getting a cup of joe and you're with the lady, I mean, you got to chalk up too, you know?
You know, Ben, is that
what else do you work for?
Is that one of those situations where as the guy you feel you need to get coffee and have it black? Or, you know, I think it just depends on how many times you've gone out with your lady, you know? Am I at a comfortability where I feel I can have hot chocolate?
It's all about the comfort level, you know?
Absolutely. You know?
You know, are you ordering an old-fashioned, Lincoln? Are you ordering a little strawberry sherbet margarita, you know?
Absolutely.
Replay second down.
Although I think you know what I'm ordering either way.
Water with extra ice.
It's free, man. That's what it's all about.
Manchester gets his play in. 9:11 to go.
Ben, big shout out to the official to our left here. He's sharing the seat with me. Let me get a little seat time in.
Yes. What was your name again?
Riley.
Riley. Shout out Riley in the booth here to the left. Keeping the clock. Hasn't missed a second yet. Laser eyes, laser fingers.
And an even better guy. But Ben, this is a big 4th down, kid.
It is.
This could be a turning moment. The Tigers stepped up big. We said the biggest play of the game last time.
It could be. It really could be, Link.
But now it's the biggest play of the game this time.
Just inside the 5.
Number 20 brings in the orders for Manchester. He gets the call. Bootleg right. Okay, ready, break.
I'm going to go on a limb and say they run this with Manchester. On the right side.
Manchester's been having a good pocket, so you could see him doing a pocket passing play. But at the high school level, you just like to get out. They
switch the running back over. That's exactly what they. Oh no, they roll him right.
Intercepted. Should have probably stayed in the end zone, but in the heat of the moment, you think you're going to the crib. But a big time play for the Tigers. After a botched snap, the worst snap of the season for the Tigers, the defense steps up big.
I mean, Ayer, Shirley, they've been ditzing around there inside the 5-yard line a couple times now. Tigers got to make them pay for that. You know, you got to stuff it in when you're all the way down there. You get 2 great opportunities.
You know, Ben, when the Tigers go home tonight, if they can't finish this game out and get a win, the Panthers are going to say, oh, we should have won that game, had the ball within the 5-yard. No, you shouldn't have won the game because you didn't get the job done.
You didn't do it. If you had intentions to study for the test and you get a bad grade, oh, look at this. Almost breaks free. Gains about 11 there and enough to move the chains. As I was saying, like, if you have intentions, of getting a good grade, but you don't study, kid, then you can't complain about getting a bad grade.
And guess what? Miss Berlinger's going to come back and she ain't going to care. Miss Elmore's going to come back and she ain't going to care.
She ain't going to have no cheat sheet.
And you can bet you ain't getting test corrections with her.
Yep. This is honors. This ain't CP no more.
Roll out right, get protection.
Had his man open
overthrow.
there. Had Fitzy. Mano just been a little off today. Just a little off with the throws. Still has a lot of time to find a rhythm here. But that one was just sailed on him ever so slightly. I know he's rolling out to his right. Not an easy throw. Not much time to get rid of it. Covered it.
Second down. Defender roll by the Panthers.
It's about 1 yard on the carry. Not much doing here for the Tigers on offense. They had that one drive, Link, in the first half. You saw some potential. And ever since then, it's just been a little
Stagnant.
just a little stagnant.
As far as I'm concerned, Ben, is this game's going to end 6-6.
Third down and 7.
We're going to bring up third down and a long 7.
Third and 7 from the 25. Angle rolls right, throws.
Intercepted.
Yeah, Link, you know, I just kind of said it. Mano, just a little off. Just a
Thing
little
looked
off
like a
today,
turkey
throwing the
flying
ball.
through
I don't
the
know-
air.
I don't know if he saw that. I don't know if he saw that defender there.
First and 10. Airfield.
But it didn't look like it because it was right to him. So the Tigers defense, they've been put to the test today, and they struck back out again to try to get another stop after the offense lets them down once again.
Something like it.
Roll.
Oh, and a duck from the quarterback.
That I believe
Brady Curie, number 16.
they were doing something interesting there. They
Had a
the-
man open.
They had the wide receiver throwing the ball there,
Second down.
and he did not have enough gun to get it there. That's for sure. All right, Link. So you said you're a fan of everything. Thanksgiving food wise. Can you rank them at least for me? Give me a little something. Jeez.
I mean,
do you want to do a top 3, top 4, top 5?
yeah, I'll just go top. I'll go top. Yeah. I mean, I think turkey's one. It's just a staple. You have to have it.
It can be a little dry sometimes.
Well, it sounds like they need to do some adjusting to that oven down in New York.
Well, I tell you what, if you got a 25-pounder, then you best believe not all them 25 pounds is going to be moist. I'll tell you that much.
I'll say, yeah. I mean, I like turkey.
The stuffing
The
you said.
stuffing. I like potatoes.
28.
Lincoln, the different relatives make each thing. Is this why you're having trouble with this? Because you don't there's bias and you don't want to.
No, it's not. You know, my grandma pretty much does it all. My mom will probably bring a dessert or something. My sister brings the bread.
Go driving.
Um,
Down.
you know,
4 Tigers.
I'm just struggling, but maybe I'll spin it on you. Maybe you can help me out with this. Give me your top 5, since I'm getting grilled.
Top 5. I can give you a top 5. Maybe I can refine them into an order.
Clock keeps
Mac and
ticking.
cheese, Link.
5:15 left. Third quarter.
Mashed potatoes, Lincoln. Turkey. Okay, we got 3. Bang out the 3 easy ones, Link. And I'd say after that, you know, this is kind of a sleeper, Link. that green bean casserole.
We don't have that.
I know some people like this, the sweet potato casserole as well.
I'm not a sweet potato.
A little marshmallow on top as Manchester's swallowed up. Gaining nothing. Maybe one. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of the cranberry sauce, especially, you know, if you crack it out of a can and it's jelly, it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
For sure.
They call it sauce for a reason. They don't call it cranberry gelatin, you know? And listen, if you like it out of the can, then that's fine. Just, you know, not my cup of tea is all I'm saying.
Don't serve it to you, right? Gotta go.
Can I put a dessert in there, Lincoln, in the 5? Because I have 4 right now.
I'll let dessert auxiliary.
And the 4 I have on my plate, that's going to be it. There's nothing, nothing else is going to be on.
Fumble! Panthers got it. Ball! You know, Ben, you just can't take that habit out of your system.
It's almost instinctual, is what it is. It's like when a dog sees a squirrel, you know? Their head's going to perk up, might give it a little bark.
And they're just going to go.
And they're just going to go. Under 4 minutes to go. Clock is really ticking down here. Pretty boring third quarter, if I do say so myself. A lot of mistakes, but not a lot of highlights.
Drop back.
Wow, Manchester. He's got a rifle, Lincoln, and he's been good today.
Absolutely. Little 30-06 in his back pocket.
Yeah.
It's still going to be short, but it brings it a lot more manageable here.
Yeah. Manchester said it before. I'll say it again. He's having a good game. He really is. Hasn't made any huge mistakes yet. Has made a couple of great throws. He's been very good in the middle of the field, which is always dangerous.
Tigers need to dial up another key stop here.
4th down and 4.
And they're going to go handoff off tackle. Couple stiff arms, but it looks like it'll push him over the edge.
I believe he was met first by Teddy Hunt, but it would have been a tough tackle to bring him down. Maybe Brooks it was.
Ooh, might be not the best spot. You know, Ben, that's terrible. That's just the Panther touch is all that is. Clearly, he was not at the line to gain, and the Tigers just get an unlucky one there.
Yeah. You know, at one point, if you're the refs, listen, you got a home crowd to your back, and that's a very tough call to make. They know your car. They know where you parked. So they know your first and last name, Lincoln. And all those factors play into that call. So they just inch that ball up, past the line to gain. And they just give it right on to him, Link. Big
Absolutely.
4th down. Fortunately, we can't play it back to New York to get a replay on it.
Manchester takes the throw. Now throw. It's out of bounds. Stops the clock with 2:20 left.
Pretty well covered up there in the secondary. So we got
Great coverage.
Haggerty over there, Brooks is over there, Branco's over there. Good coverage.
You know, Ben, this matchup's bigger than football. It's going to be who is going to have possession over the rotary for the next 12 months.
Yeah.
And the Tigers have been having a good time.
Head coach of the Panthers head coach is furious.
He's yelling around.
He's
All
furious.
bark, no bite.
Frothing at the mouth, one would say.
Yeah, I think they were supposed to do the timeout counters, but for some reason it wasn't working.
Then who washes the Gatorade
First half,
bottles?
it just wasn't going through. So I figured, yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yikes.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, Ben Storm and Lincoln Palmer on the call. We really appreciate you checking in here at LCTV Sports. We got a great one on our hands, 6-6. Panthers have the ball. Kind of knocking right down here on the Tigers' door.
2nd and 10.
Ooh, nice counter.
Counter. Touchdown.
Wow, Link, he walked in.
For the touchdown.
He just walked in, Link, and I haven't been this disappointed since the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight.
All right, go for 2 here. I think it's the obvious decision. And these Tigers have been stagnant.
They have. They just seem flat out there. They just seem flat. I don't know what it is. It might be the cold. Might be the Wednesday night game. We talked about it before this one, ladies and gents. Originally, this game was going to be played on Thanksgiving. It gets switched earlier this week to Wednesday night, and you have to think, does that take a mental toll on the players? It's kind of seeming like it for the Tigers, but Rady's there. Rady hasn't given up yet, and he stops a big 2-point conversion.
Number 50. Score remains 12-6. That touchdown coming with 2:14 left, 3rd quarter.
You know, when Rady makes the play, as long as there's no extracurriculars.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It was just the T. I saw it too, fellas. Thought there might have been some laundry on the field, but they were just throwing the T into the kicking team.
You know, Link, one thing I want to see here from the Tigers on offense is I just want to see a little bit more creativity, okay? Now, the Tigers offense, it's kind of been reminding me of Alex Van Pelt's Patriots offense, just very mundane, very not creative, very bland, if you will. And I'd just like to see some misdirections, maybe some trick plays, maybe a flea flicker. If the offense has been this bad, I mean, you take a little chance. Maybe a hook and ladder, Link. We've seen that one all too well.
Things will.
Kicks from his 40-yard line. Nice high kick by Jake and over in.
Good kick there. Checks up, but it goes out of bounds. Spins over to the left.
At the 25, at the 23.
That ball landed like a sand wedge from 40 yards out and just kicked left. Bad hop there for the Panthers. Good little break there for the Tigers. They're going to get this one up by, I believe, maybe the 40?
Still can get up and down.
Yeah, Ben, the Tigers' offense has enough power to get up and down from there, though.
Yeah. Yeah, Link, all it takes is one putt, kid. All it takes is one putt. We all know it. We've all seen it before. Going to be up at the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line. Right hash mark.
What?
Mano going to take this one himself. Has room. Look at him go. Up past the 50 to almost to the 40. And he's brought out of bounds at the 43-yard line. And they're into Panther territory.
For Mano and the Tigers. Well-designed play. Great blocking by the offensive line.
Good blocking there from the Tigers O-line. Mano just kind of follows his man up into the hole and then breaks it out left side. Does the dirty work by himself.
First and 10. Tigers have it at the Ayer Shirley 43-yard line.
O-line struts up to the ball. Mano, one tailback to set.
Handoff.
Believe that's Brooks, and Brooks is swallowed up. Brooks got put in the brook with the fish that time. Gonna bring up second down, second and long, second and 12. It's gonna be, ladies and gentlemen.
And Manny Gabino in the backfield.
Gabino was there for the Panthers.
3-yard loss in the play. Second down and 13. Second and 13. Mano takes it inside and take it down by number 22. Again, McCormick.
Just no juice, Lincoln. Just none. How many times have they ran that play today?
Too many, Ben. Too many.
That'll be third down and 10.
They do have a lot of injuries. I know they have a lot of injuries, Link.
But it's no excuse.
But it's no excuse.
Next man up.
They still have weapons.
Third and 10 from the Panther 43-yard line.
Coming up here, at the end of the third quarter, could be the last play, if not the second to last.
Mano to throw. Nice pass.
Big pass. It's a little. Just covered all the way, Lincoln. That almost needed to be a bullet out towards the boundary. That just really had no chance. Defender was on it all day, just sitting in that zone. A little volley floater comes up to him. I mean, that's just routine play.
Yeah, it needs to be on the back shoulder there, Ben.
Yeah, I would agree. Closer towards the boundary.
So that'll bring up a fourth down and 10.
It's going to bring up fourth down, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to be a full 10 yards. And they are going to go for this one. Link, what's your thoughts on that one?
You know, Ben, you got to go roll out right here. Get some action coming across. Make
Do you
a man
agree with
miss.
them going for this?
Make a play.
Maybe they'll do a little sneak punt. They're not. They're actually going to run a play here. And, yeah, I don't know why you do that. You know, the passing, Lincoln, the pass game has just not been on for the Tigers. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's only a 6-point game with a full another quarter to play. I would like to see them kick that one away, at least personally.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those plays. It's tough. But on the other hand, is how good is your punter and how good is your coverage unit that they're not going to get it back to that point. So it's a tough decision to make. The analytics tell you want to go for it, but when you haven't been executing, it makes you want to go for it.
First and 10, Shirley for the 43.
Surging ahead.
The tackle, number 10, Zach Bilda.
That's Manchester again.
Take us down to the end of the third quarter with the score.
And that's going to bring the third quarter to an end.
For the fourth and final quarter of our Thanksgiving.
Link, a lot of mistakes for the Tigers. Can't really sugarcoat it. But at the same time, you had Ayer Shirley. You had them. Ayer Shirley had the ball 2 times. 5 yards and in, and weren't able to come up with it. But they still have the lead here. And that just goes to show that the Tigers are playing some very sloppy football right now and struggling to get anything together on offense. The defense has played very well this game. They've shown up to the occasion. But let's see, will it be enough? They need a turnover here. They need a pick 6 or something like that to just flip this game right on its end. But unless they get that, it's going to be a slow fight. And it's going to be a long fight because you know what Ayer Shirley intends to do. And that's either use the gun of Manchester to fire it across the middle, or use the legs of Manchester to run it up the gut. And then when you need a fresh set, you bring in Gabino. You say, hey, try tackling this kid, low center of gravity. We're just going to send him in the B gap and see what happens.
Absolutely, Ben.
But she also knows the kid. Second down and 3.
Quarterback keeper up the middle.
Bobby Manchester drives ahead.
Bobby gets enough for the first.
First and 10. Ayer Shirley.
Robert Manchester with the carry.
At the 46-yard line.
He's played a very good game. For Owen Reedy, number 50. He's part of a podcast. Apparently, it's a somber podcast. It's very low key. It's very chill. But when he gets out on this football field, he flicks that switch, and that's exactly what you have to do. As there is going to be a flag out. That is a story we've been used to seeing today. It's going to be a hold on the offense. It's going to send the Ayer Shirley Panthers back 10 yards. Lincoln, I'll tell you what, I want to be eating that turkey, and I don't want to be eating that crow.
Yeah, I know.
And I want the Tigers to come out here with this W and just finish off the season on a good note. But you know the other side feels that same way. They run it with Manchester, searching, follows his fullback, and has a great run there. Up past midfield, almost gets all the penalty yardage back. Going to be 2nd and 13, maybe 12.
Ball be spot on the 49-yard line of Littleton. 2nd down and 13.
Second and 13, Ben.
Manchester through the middle. Dragged down on the play by Owen Reedy, number 50.
Good little aggressive tackle there from Reedy. There he is. Only problem with that tackle, it was 8 yards downfield. And a good play by Manchester. The snap was just a little high on that one, but he's able to snare it, bring it down, and gains maybe 7 there if I'm seeing things correctly.
He's got to get to the 36-yard line.
A lot of friendly faces here tonight, Lincoln. A lot of people are home.
Big 3rd down for the Panthers. The 3rd and 4, it's Manchester.
Manchester taking this one. Escaped and pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
But 1st down and more for the Panthers. As they keep the drive going. Be 1st and 10 down at the Littleton 15-yard line.
You know, Link, you kind of get the feeling here, kid, if Ayer Shirley is able to put this one in the back of the end zone, well, that's going to be quite the mountain to climb for the Littleton Tigers, because they have not proved to show that they can score quickly at all.
Absolutely, Ben. You think if the Panthers find a way to punch us in, it might be time to get some fresh air.
Some fresh, cold air, a little nip to it.
1st and 10 from the 15.
First and 10 from the 15-yard line. There he goes. Manchester roaming left. Race the pylon. He's in.
Touchdown,
And
Panthers,
ladies
Dan,
and
no good.
gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, not what you wanted to see if you're a Littleton Tiger fan. On the flip side, if you're on the Panthers, you must be pretty happy about that one, because that might just about do it here, ladies and gents. But 9:48 to go. Crazier things have happened. Crazier things have happened.
I got you.
They line up for the 2-point conversion to make it a full 14-point lead. And they roll Manchester right. Fires low. And it's going to stay at a 12-point deficit for the Tigers.
Ben, that's only saving grace there. And we're just asking for a couple more saving graces now.
We need a turnover here, Lincoln. That's exactly what we need. What is this, Lincoln? Little Seven Nation Army playing?
Never hold me back, kid.
Yeah, you know, definitely this environment's definitely getting going. Definitely excited about how their team is playing right now. They have a lead. The Turkey Bowl game here against the Tigers. And you know what would really set this one up good was if the Tigers can get a good return here, because they need some momentum. They need any momentum. They can get it all. It's just been one of those games for them. Fielded by Branco. Oh, Branco escapes. Look at this. Looks like he went out of bounds at the Tigers' own 49-yard line, but they're almost just across the field in Panther territory already. 29 yards on the return. Good little return piece there from Branco. Good little gain of 5 there. Not sure if that's going to cut it at this juncture in the game, but Tigers got to show a little urgency here. All right. I know there's 9 minutes to go. You might be saying, Ben, why are you saying that? There's 9 minutes to go, but I've seen these Tigers. I've watched too many of these Tiger games to know that they do not rush very well, and they do take a lot of time to score. A little pump fake from Mano. Oh, has a man! Look at this!
And now Branco short.
And a good tackle there from the Panther defender to keep him from scoring.
Looks like Branco kicked it into an extra gear here to run it down. Oh no, Benny.
Uh-oh.
That's the Panther call.
Uh-oh. And the players are walking back. I believe this one's coming back. The crowd's all excited. So Lincoln, not only is that big play going to come back, but they're going to lose yards after that. And that's just rubbing salt in the wound. It's going to bring up second and 15, 16 yards. Want to welcome in a nice little guest here, Mark Crory, taking time off the helm to give Lincoln a little assistance right now.
Yeah, hey Ben, thanks for having me on the show. This is like a treat.
Yeah. Love to have you on here, Mark. Another flag. Mark, we've seen a lot of laundry out tonight.
Yeah. It's, like you said earlier, it's been a pretty sloppy game.
It has been.
Littleton is not. It doesn't look like they got their head screwed on.
Right. It just seems like they're missing a little something.
Yeah. It's interesting, you lose a guy like Teddy Hunt.
Yeah.
And he's a leader. He's kind of a force in that team. He gets him motivated, gets him going. And we talked about his chippiness sometimes, but sometimes you need that. They're not playing with much of that tonight.
Yeah. Sometimes some of these vocal leaders, you can't have that leadership without a little bit of chippiness on the other side.
Also want to give a shout out to Teddy's grandparents, Judy and Jim Hunt. They're always watching the LCTV.
Good catch out here on the boundary. I believe that's Fitzgerald on the catch. Not much doing there. Maybe gets one or two. But a good catch nonetheless. 8.5 minutes to go here. Going to bring up third and very long.
Yeah, no, as you mentioned, these two teams have played each other. They've kind of seen what the other ones what they're made of, and what the plays they've run. And so, neither team is really breaking anything big. They're just whoever's coming away with more chunk yardage.
Yeah. I've also seen a lot of mistakes from the Tigers. Has definitely played a big part in this game.
Nice play. Coming inside position, Nick Brooks.
Nicholas Brooks coming up with a big play there. I held my excitement in because I thought there was a little bit of a push off there, a little offensive pass interference, but they keep the flag in the pocket, and that's a big game for the Tigers, exactly what they needed.
Man, that is. Couldn't have come at a better time. Ayer was kind of cocky out there, and the fans were getting into it. Even the cheerleaders were.
They had some choice words. Little pitch out here to Milner, a little off tackle. Milner, quiet game so far. I'm pretty sure he's battling a little injury.
Yeah, he's not the same as he was earlier in the year.
Yeah, that's for sure. That is for sure. Again, they decide to run it here, and time is not their friend.
No.
And they're taking a lot of time off this clock. When you decide to run it like that and you don't get a big gain, and you're at this point in the game, you're just chewing time off with that.
I don't mind them running, but get up to the huddle quick.
Right.
Call the plays quick.
Right. Have a little urgency.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, that's terrible. That
snap low and to the left.
This has plagued them all year long.
Yeah.
The snapping, even if it's just a high snap, that throws the play off.
It does.
The timing of the play is all off.
Absolutely. Messes up the quarterback's rhythm, especially if there's men in motion. But that time it didn't even matter. That wasn't even close. It was a worm burner to the quarterback's left. And Mano had no chance of fielding that thing, just had to jump right back on it. And that clock is not only to lose the yardage, but the clock stays running. And that was just thrown up there.
Oh, he was lucky.
That was thrown up to the high heavens, hoping for a prayer. And it almost ended up intercepted.
It does stop the clock with 6:11 left.
Well, the good thing out of that play was that the clock stopped, but you still got fourth and forever now.
Yeah. Yeah, big mountain to climb here, Mark.
They've only had 2 or 3 plays all game of this length, so
Fourth down.
and that's not going to help.
And
Wow.
Uh-oh. Spiked the ball there, but a little frustration on the quarterback. You know.
Understandingly so.
Sure. I mean,
6:06.
they're going to shot at it.
Ball game leading by 12.
So, Mark, Lincoln and I, we've been doing a lot of yapping about this whole Thanksgiving food ordeal, everything that comes along with it.
Yeah, I was drooling while you were talking.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite?
I do. I have lots of favorites, but you give me my top 5?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you got to go with turkey first.
Absolutely.
That's number 1.
Absolutely.
Stuffing is 2 for me. Got to have my stuffing.
I agree.
Yeah. Mashed potatoes, number 3. People might not think this is a main dish, but
It's a
if
sleeper?
you don't have gravy,
Oh.
then you got to have gravy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, things can get kind of dry, especially on your third helping.
You're so right, Mark. I was thinking of it more so as a condiment.
Yeah, no,
But it's real. It
it's
counts.
a main thing. I sip it right out of the ladle.
I'm sure you do.
And
I'm sure your wife appreciates
oh,
that.
Yeah, every year it's the same thing.
First and 10 Panthers.
And I got to pick a vegetable in there probably. So I'm going to go with.
Keep on the ground and defend well by.
I like onions, believe it or not, the little boiled onions.
Okay.
I know a lot of people, they don't like it, but I like onions.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't think of it kind of on its own, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you like it, you like it. What about the green bean casserole?
I like that too. I liked it. I like
It's
the
gotta be
little
made-
French onion crunchies on the top.
Yeah. That makes it. It can't be too mushroomy though. It can't be too mushroomy. That's where you get me because I'm not a big mushroom guy.
I get you. Yeah. It's a delicate balance. Grandma makes it one way, your mom makes it another way.
Yeah.
Trying to be nice, but
Yeah.
one of them you like, one of them you don't.
Right. One of them makes it better.
Yeah. We won't say which one.
As the Panthers are just going to drain this clock and continue to run the ball here.
Again, great penetration.
Gang tackling.
50.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Tigers, they've looked a little flat, but I'll tell you one kid who has not been flat the whole game, and that's Reedy.
Yeah.
He's always out here playing pedal to the metal as hard as he can go, and he's really shown it today, having a great game once again.
Yeah, the senior, he realizes, like many of them do, this is the last chance I'll probably ever get to play.
Yeah. Especially now that you realize, this game's kind of coming to an end. We're not on the right side of it. This is kind of when it all kind of sinks in a little bit.
It does. Yeah, clock is not on your side.
Now the ball spot on the 45-yard line. Third down. Manchester to throw.
I'm Mark. I'm shocked they're throwing this ball. I don't know why they would there.
Clock.
I mean, I get they're still trying to move the chains, but I feel like you got to just drain the clock.
Yeah. Yeah, I think being up by what they are, they can take a little bit of chances and don't want to give Littleton any chance.
They're just trying to finish this one off, but
I think you asked me my pie choices.
yeah. I was going to ask what on the dessert side?
Apple is number 1, and then on the second may be a surprise for you, but chocolate pie, chocolate cream pie.
Really? That's an old school
With
thing.
the graham cracker crust.
Yeah. I bet it's good. That's not a staple in our household.
You get the chocolate pie, you get the little Cool Whip. Do you like Cool Whip or the like out of the tub or the can?
That's a great question because they're very distinct. They have very distinct tastes.
They do.
I would say I prefer the can, the whipped cream out of the can.
It's a little lighter.
It is a little lighter.
You can make faces and stuff too.
Yeah. Who doesn't like squirting the can? I mean, that's part of it too.
Right in your mouth? You ever do that?
Yeah, when no one's looking, you just pop it back a little bit.
Exactly.
But the Cool Whip definitely has its place, Definitely, I know my
Cool Whip.
My mom likes to make a little truffle, like it's like a layered cake.
Oh yeah.
And then that's when she throws in the Cool Whip, and that's good.
Also very successful cross.
That's good. That is good. Well, this talk about food got me pretty hungry, I tell you.
Yeah.
You might want to know what happened to Lincoln. Well, I think it's something to do that Ayer hot chocolate.
And volleyball.
In Littleton, you don't have this problem.
Yeah,
You come to Ayer, they see that you got Littleton gear on, and who knows what they put in that stuff.
Yeah. Lincoln stepped out in the cold, needed some fresh air. Can't really say I blame him.
Well, I know all his fans out there are wondering if he's okay. He's
Yeah.
okay. He's going to be all right, folks.
Yeah.
Lincoln
We'll
Palmer
bring him
will
back
be
home
back.
safe. Yeah.
Now throw is complete.
Here we go.
Nice
Good little
pass.
throw over to Bronco.
Oh,
Wow.
look at that. What do you know? Go, go, go.
Mark, I'll tell you what, the Panthers there, it looked like they were just trying to keep him in the middle of the field, keep him in bounds. All of a sudden, he sports for an extra 20. They were getting way too cute there defensively.
Yeah. And you know, Ben, we've been talking doom and gloom for the past couple of minutes, but you know, there's still 3:44 on the clock. A lot can happen. Looks like Littleton's coming up to the line fast now.
Yeah. You know, if they can score quickly here, you're telling me there's a chance.
I am. So you're saying there's a chance. It's going to keep it. Good move. Stay in.
Some Littleton fans wanted a holding penalty there. They're not going to get it, but it's still a good gain nonetheless.
Another first down.
Number 53, a little shaken up for the Panthers there. Looks like he'll be all right. You don't like to see it either side of the ball.
No, you like hitting. You like good hitting, solid hitting, but you do never want to see injuries.
Right. So we did get out of bounds on that and did stop the clock.
I don't know, Ben, were you the kind of guy that would knock someone on their back and then pick them up, help them up?
No, I wasn't that guy. Not that I have anything against it. I just feel like it kind of impacts your competitive nature in the game if you're helping other people up. Just me, though.
Mm-hmm.
I
I always like to do that. I like to help them up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it's normally because I just thought, hey, next time I'm down, they'll help me out.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Second down and 2.
Plus, they'd never expect it the next time. They'd say, oh, this is a nice guy. He's not going to hurt me.
Yeah. You know, Mark, I tell you what, I was played, you know, during the COVID season. I don't think they wanted you to help other people up. I think they wanted you to get off the guy as soon as possible.
That scared me that season. You guys all dressed up in military gear with
Yeah.
masks and everything. Is
Ridiculous. Oh, my God. That's the third one in this quarter. And they're happening at a bad time.
He spotted inside the 30.
wow.
They gotta keep hustling now. I know
You
it's a
gotta
bad
keep it
one.
going. Don't get down. Clock is ticking.
Under 3 to play. That snap is good that time.
Down, runs it to the left side.
Mano trying to take it and
Oh,
go.
nice move.
Back inside against the grain, and then
Look at that. Single-handedly gets the first down.
He does stay in bounds, though.
Yeah. They're hustling now, but
Clock's going to start to tick when the chains catch up.
you really needed this kind of effort in 8 minutes.
Yeah.
.222 left. And timeout taken on the field by the Tigers and Coach Leonard.
Timeout, Ben. A little bit of excitement here at the end of the game. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm nitpicking a little bit here, but if you're going to call a timeout, why'd you wait 16 seconds to call it? You might need those 16 seconds later on. Maybe they were trying to see the look that the offense was giving them.
Well, I don't know the answer to that. I wish I did.
Yeah. It's
I
either
know that we have seen some interesting clock
Yes,
decisions over
absolutely.
the season. We've covered a lot of games. They've been good games. They didn't really get demolished in any of the games. Especially early in the season, they were tight. They'd be losing by a touchdown or so each game, and their wins have been pretty decisive too. They did have one close win, 12-6, I think it was, or something like that. But I mean, I think we kind of knew going into the season that 500 is what they're shooting for. So,
Yeah.
And now they're at the point where that could be a possibility if they win, if they pull this out.
Yeah, pretty
not
up
gonna be
and
easy.
down season for the Tigers thus far. You'd love to see him finish it off with an even record, as Mark said.
Tigers.
Low snap.
Snap, a nice adjustment made by Nemo.
He's going to be wrapped up in the grass. No 2-minute warning. This clock's just going to keep on ticking, and it's about the time the Tigers are waving the white flag.
Well, I assume that they're going to at least try to strike in the end zone with a few passes here, for the clock's sake.
Yeah. Clock is
They
surely
just
running.
don't have the time to run it.
Drop back and pass coverage. Throw. Incomplete.
Ball was there, maybe a little high, but Branco did have a play at it.
You get two hands on it, you know, you might.
Minute 39
You
left.
should pull that in.
Yeah. In a game like this.
They weren't fingertips. They looked a little bit more like.
Yeah. I know it was a dart. I know it was just a bit high, but in a game like this, when you haven't been able to get much, yeah, you probably have to come down with that one. But this game's definitely on the fritz anyway.
Well, Ben, I wish you and your family happy Thanksgiving. I know you're traveling out to New York, so be safe and hopefully the weather is good south where you're going. And
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, you as well. Safe travels. I know you're not going too far, but
No.
I hope everything goes well.
that was actually a good job by Littleton to break up the what could have been an easy interception.
Yeah.
Good position by Ayer. Their defensive backs, they've only been burned a couple times, and they've had a few challenges, and Ayer's come up pretty big in some of the deep balls. Once again, thanks to Damon Abetz up there doing the camera. He's been doing camera all year for us.
Yeah, and also shout out Mark Croy here on the helm, working the graphics. Also on the mic, special guest tonight.
Yeah.
Also shout out Lincoln Palmer for doing.
And you, Ben, Stormwind.
Thank you.
You guys have been great. Had a lot of good feedback.
It's been a good season. It's been a good, fun season. Definitely looking forward to next year's games, absolutely. If we're invited back, of course.
So I'm not sure how this all works, but 127, you think there's enough time to take a knee 4 times?
I mean, yeah, I would not expect the Tigers to call any timeouts to stop it at this point.
No, I wouldn't. Not at this point.
Another reminder, too.
This was a good game for a long time. The Tigers were hanging in the balance for a long, long time, maybe just a little too long. And then I guess the Panthers, they kind of just end up running away with it at the end a little bit. Tigers made a lot of mistakes.
Manchester.
Manchester's going to get 3.
And a timeout taken by the Littleton Tigers.
And I guess Littleton is going to take some timeouts. I mean, it's the last game of the season. I'm probably just trying to get all the seniors in there, trying to, get as many plays as possible. I feel like Shirley probably feels the same way.
Yeah.
That's why they're still running their senior quarterback.
Well, with the win, Ayer will improve to 4-6. Littleton will drop to 4-6. So we knew there was going to be pretty evenly played game tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Given the both of them kind of had parallel seasons, but would have been nice for Littleton to hit that 500 mark.
Absolutely, yeah. Just looks a little better. It looks a little better on the card after you're done.
It does, and if you work hard all season. It's a long season.
It is.
You start in the summer, and even before, July, August with running and training camps and stuff.
Start in the dead heat.
Yep.
And you end up freezing your toes off in the Thanksgiving game.
Yeah. Practicing in snow sometimes. Unfortunately, they didn't. They had pretty good weather this fall.
They did.
But, tonight it's cool. Yeah, right. We had the old Triple E scare. Remember, they had to play a lot of games.
Game a little earlier. Yep.
On Manchester to the left side and gets out of bounds.
That's interesting.
Across at the 30-yard line. Good enough for a first
Bobby's
down.
last ride.
The 35.
Takes it up to the 35.
First and 10 for the Panthers.
Seems like the games go by fast until it gets to the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And that lasts forever. It's same when you're watching at home. It's like when there's 2 minutes left, it's 20 minutes of time.
Yep. They're calling timeouts. They're passing the ball more, and that'll just about do it. Manchester swallowed up there.
Manchester get the backfield. Came through.
Oh, very late flag coming
That was
in
a late
now.
flag.
Manchester's slow up to his feet, but he looks all right.
I'm curious what it's going to be. Some of the crowd was yelling for a body slam. They wanted to, but still have no word what that penalty was.
Yeah.
Taunting. Okay. Is that like a nya? I thought that was just part of the game,
Yeah, and if you're Littleton, that's just you're already losing. It's already worse enough. You don't want to compound it.
Yeah.
With it.
Do they allow taunting in the NFL? Are you allowed to
I think to an extent.
Stand over somebody? Because you see that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All the time,
Here's ball up over the 40 to the 42-yard.
oh wow.
I think to an extent, yes, Mark, you can taunt. What I've seen a lot though is when the player will throw the ball back to the defender, and that's what'll get the flag.
Yeah. Well, I think this timeout probably also is just a chance to say, hey, listen, we're Tigers. We have class in Littleton. So let's show it. We win with style and class. We lose with style and class. Don't be a jerk.
Resume play. It'll be second down and 3 from the 42-yard line. .105 left. What's left?
I don't know why Ayer doesn't take a couple of knees here.
Manchester the ball carrier. Taken down by Jurgens. Nice sportsmanship by Cooper.
Another timeout.
1 minute to play, 59 seconds. Bring up a third down and 2.
Well, listen, Ben, it's been great being your special guest here. I appreciate you having me on your show.
Yeah, this is moving at snail's pace. I kind of forgot we were on air in the past couple of minutes.
We'll give it back to Lincoln. Thanks, guys.
All right, Lincoln. Well, I know you're outside getting some fresh air. Certainly brought the wind in with you.
Holy smokes, yeah, it's pretty cold out there, man. Let me tell you, it was much needed, rejuvenated, and let me tell you though, it's brought a new meeting to 5 minutes for the rest of your life. I'll tell you that much. This has been about the longest 8 minutes of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, we fought through adversity. We continue to battle. It's more than the Tigers can say. And now we're just looking at next year.
Manchester takes the knee.
Well, Ben, they need to do it one more time for formalities, but it's been a heck of a season with you, kid.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of fun doing it. We've had a lot of good viewers.
Absolutely.
We've had a Big shout out to Mark Corey, who's been grinding all year long. Damon and Betts, who's been up on the camera doing all the dirty work. And a big shout out to my big old buddy Ben, Mr. Stormwind. He's been holding it down. And it's been a great season, great call. The Littleton Tigers have not done what they wanted to do, and hopefully they can improve and get back on track next year. But
Yeah. Lincoln,
I'm sure
likewise, man.
I'm sure you'll do a little closeout, but from Lincoln, I'd like to thank all the viewers at home. All right, Ben, close it out for us, brother.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a good game for the most part. It's kind of fizzled out at the end there, but your Tigers are going to fall to the Ayer Shirley Panthers 18-6 here in Ayer Shirley. It was a cold one. It was a good game, ladies and gentlemen. And all I have to say is, for Lincoln Palmer, my name is Ben Stormwind. Thank you all for joining us on LCTV Sports, and catch us again next season. Peace.
One final play with 8 seconds left.